Hello. How are you, everybody? It's Jeff from Ghost Aquariums again. I'm going to do a late winter tour. It might take a little while, so hopefully you stick around to the end. So I done a shorts videos. I asked if anybody wants to comment and see a full tour. Now I'll do a full tour of the lot and ponds outside as well. That might take a little while. And they did ask in the comments that it may take a little bit longer on each tank and explain things that are happening there. Maybe I go a bit too quick. It's really hard because I have so much here. Yeah, I get amazed. I love watching YouTube and I watch other creators and I often think to myself, you know, they got so much less than me, but they do videos after videos on such smaller and the same things constantly, and I think to myself, I'm just too slack on picking the camera up and doing what I should do. And yeah, you know, I've got 1,140 odd subscribers or something. I probably should have a lot more than that. It's just I'm not the greatest YouTuber you ever seen in your life. I'm standing right here and this is what you get and this is the way I speak. So I come from South Australia, a little township in Napperby under the Flinders Ranges. So if you don't know, that's about 2.25 hours mid-north of Adelaide. So we're currently going through the late part of winter. So winter, my water in the shed is around 12, 13. It's currently around 15 at the moment, so it's just etching up a little bit. Spring's just around the corner. And another little overview on myself. Originally, I was all fancy goldfish. I didn't do any tropicals at all. I just had fancy goldfish for years. I've still got lots to breed with, but I don't. But I had a big disaster and lost a heap when I was away one time. So I decided I can't put my eggs all in one basket. I've got a big area, you know, so I thought, bugger it, I've diversified. I'm not going to name everything that I've got, because as I walk around, I'll probably end up doing that anyway. And as you'll see, I've got a lot of stuff. So, and please, at the end of the videos, I get message after all my videos to me personally. I'm sorry I don't ship. I will ship later, but at the moment with Facebook people buying, locally people buying, some stores locally to me buying, yeah, I'm quite comfortable. At the moment with all my shrimp, they're breeding quite well, so that's why I'm going to have to start shipping eventually. Alright, so I'm going to grab that camera, and I've already waffled on long enough. This is going to be long. So let's start at this end and go for a bit of a walk. Alright, so we'll start down the bottom. Now these are my Ranchu. Oh, you see the black one there, because sometimes you don't see it in the tub. They're my breeding Ranchu. There's quite a few in there. They're in behind, up under there. They're 500 litre tubs, okay? Whether you got them where you are, but they come from a place called Pet's Domain, where you call them the big box stores or whatever in America. All right, well that's that one. Now this one has my colony of rosy barbs, which it took me a while, if you could believe, finding females. So bloody hard to find. All the stores just want to sell males because they look the best. And have a look, very underrated. Look how bloody good looking he looks. Now that's not even warm temperature, that's 15 degrees, that water. If I dropped them up in there, they'd probably still breed. Alright, so we do have some babies from last year that I kept back. Heaps of babies elsewhere though. We've got the white cloud minnows, got some big belly ones in there. And there is, in there, they'd be high, some bronze cories in there. And there's my moss. And I use sponge filters And also in there are some there's a bronzy back there, and I mean that's cold water, and they're happy enough in there. The suckerfish in there too, I think. Yeah, I think they were the golden ones, because I've got the normal coloured suckerfish up in here. So what I have got in here, there's peppercorns in here. There's peppercorns in here, and they're happy enough. Actually, they, out of all the cory cats, they don't mind the cool water at all. Oh, a little bit of hanky panky going on in the corner there. That's good. These are my swordtails. Pretty well documented now. I've done a few videos on these. I got these from a friend a fair while ago. He's acclimated them to cold water, and they thrive in the cold water. It does not bother them one iota. And these are the golden danios, and I have babies of them up there that I've bred. And now I just dropped spawner mops in here. Oh, there's the suckerfish there. Don't know how many are left in there. Might have to get some more of those. There's some young swordtails. Plants are taking a little while. I grow a lot of shade house plants in there, and chain of spades coming down. So that looks pretty good. Right, moving on to a male fighter. At the moment, he killed the last female I put in there, so I've got to feed him back up again, get him building a nest again, and I'll give him another try and see how we go. Naughty boy. Right, now these are some beautiful butterfly telescope breeders. There's a black one down in there. You're not going to be able to see him though. He's right down the bottom. You might be able to just see him. Oh, if I put it down far enough. No, right down the, oh, there he is. So yeah, they're my breeding butterfly telescope. Once again, in one of those 500 litre tubs. Bloody great they are. Now we only have one swordtail out of my colony of swordtails left here, female. So I'll probably take her out and I'll put her up with those ones up at there. Add a little bit of different colour in there. We got gold white cloud minnows here, and a huge colony of yellow shrimp. Now these yellow shrimp I sell for $3, and they are an amazing looking colour. They're a fantastic yellow. I've got golden yellows which are probably triple the price, the golden yellows, and personally I think my yellows look better than the golden yellows. There's heaps back there, and that's just in cold water. I only keep my shrimp in cold water. There's a couple of lucky shrimp colonies that were actually in ones with heaters, so they get to breed a little bit more. Oh, what have we got there? Blue muscal. Now this colony, I sell them like mad out of here, and they just breed. They don't predate on their young. I have not really got any plants in here, only the roots growing down, and they still drop young, and the little babies are everywhere. They just, I don't know why, they're just anybody wants to buy a good colony that doesn't build up on their babies, blue muscal, especially these ones. Peppermints, whoop, peppermint plecos. There's a few in there, but geez, they can hide, I tell you. Right, now we have the 24 carat gold guppies. Colonies going okay, a little bit stagnant, but it's still okay. Lemon longfin in there. Now, I apologise about the glare. Now that's the common bristle nose, right? Just a normal one. And there's a lemon longfin male. So I put the female in there with it and the lemon longfin because the other lemon longfins died. So I just put there in there, put a female in there and see how we go. Now we have marble bristlenose in there. Sorry about the pause, I was just thinking. And look at all the baby green shrimp in there everywhere. They're littered. Now we're probably not going to be able to see, but there is heaps of babies of the marble plecos in here, but they would just be hard to bloody see. I'm sorry, but yes, I think he was nearly going to be trapping again. So we've got stir-by in here, and there is Hillstream loach in there too, but every now and then they'll come out for you to see. Stir-by is very active, big. They use the whole tank, they just don't swim in one spot. Excellent fish. Moving right along. Julie cats. Quite a few of them in there. We have got the in there we have the king tiger plecos. They've been going, I assume there's 3 in there. 2 of them never go in the caves and only 1 does. So I assume I've got 1 male, 2 females. I don't know, I'm not an expert on king tiger. Let me know if you think that that's a strong possibility. Now I'm mucking around with this. This is 1 24 carat male and 3 or 4 females from the red tail gold snake skin. I'm going to see how we go there and see what we get. See if we can start something different. So yeah, they're the gold snake skin, and they've always bred pretty true. They're quite a nice looking little guppy. He's trying to trap again. That's albinos. I let them keep their babies in there, and I thought they were going fine, but all the babies have been lost a couple of months ago, so this time I'll bring the babies out and I will look after them myself next time. Alright, so we'll go to this corner. Growing some moss back there. Now we've got crimson rainbow, the lighter coloured ones, and we have empire gudgeons. We have pandacories. Something about pandacories like them. And I don't know if you'll be able to see them, you might not be able to see them, but there is super red plecos in there. The little pandas like the caves though. They're always in the caves. Alright. He's a rescue. I found him out in one of my ponds. Little butterfly telescope. And we have rummy nose tetras there. We have a mum and dad angelfish. We have mystery snails which have laid a mob of eggs. Well, there's one hiding down there. Hopefully he's alright, that angelfish. Right, dad and mum were in there messing around last night. Looks like she's out and he's in, so he's fanning on eggs by the looks. There's another mum there which would have been his sister. Get out of the way. Would have been his sister. Now there's one tetra there and one sunset variatus platy and quite a few fighting fish in there. I'll need to do something about them. And there is loads and loads of baby mystery snails that I dropped in there because I've been trying to do it myself, and at the moment it's been a success. Sorry, it's not good camera work, but oh, look at the loads of babies there. Loads and loads, and they'd be just about ready for me to drop in there now. Oh, they've all hatched out. Great work that. I'll drop them in there later. So there's a good little market for those, you know, a couple of bucks each for mystery snails. And this is where I've been growing different sorts of grass. You know, that's a Java moss. I'm not sure that one is right there, or that one. That's a guppy grass. The Hornsworth not so great in here, and then that grass. Now I was having heaps of trouble with the water going yuck and everything, not that good, and I'll drop some of that flugel substrate in there, and I'll tell you what, didn't that make a difference? And they're all thriving now, it's all going well. Right, there's a little female betta in there. Alrighty then, so we move on to my Madakas, Madaka rice fish, golden Madaka rice fish, and blue dreaming shrimp. Now they're not up there with all the other shrimp, they've been left here because they're going so well in here. I don't want to upset them. What I'm going to do when the colony gets big, I'm going to take a heap out and going to establish them up there with all the rest of the shrimp, but leave them in there. Now these are black cherry, same thing, I want to take them up there, but they're going so well in there. And these are platinum rice fish, or Madakas, and that's a heap of their babies in there too. So they've worked out excellent. Now this is my Tiger Madaka rice fish, and these are also my selling bins for shrimp when they come out. I have them here, which I've got cherry red at the moment, I've got orange eye blue tigers, I've got golden yellow, I've got yellows, I've got greens, I've got orange all for sale at the moment. I don't really sell the blues or the, well, let's just say there's ones that I want to establish a lot more, and I'm not really selling from them. You know, like there's a blue colony in here, you can see a blue one there, but I'm not really wrapped with this blue colony, not breeding really true. So I don't sell blue ones from here. People want some mutt shrimp, I'll sell them for $1 out of there or something. But yeah, so moving around. Now this is, if you can believe, this is a 500 litre and they're 500 litre, but this looks so much bigger. This is my extra large black moors in there. There's probably 7 or 8 breeding ones in there. They'll be getting ready, feeding them up. And that little one, I don't even know if that's a black moor. I have to check it out because how that got in there, I don't know. It's been there for a couple of months. So, oh gee whiz, where do we go from here? All right, I'm gonna have to backtrack just a little bit in a minute. So these are my holding pens for when I'm breeding fancy goldfish. In here is a couple of swordtails that are holding babies, so they'll hatch out there, that's fine. These are just tubs, 100 litres, waiting for breeding season for the fancy goldfish. Right, 4-foot tank. The 4-foot tank has the golden danios that I bred, loads of bristlenose in there, and loads of rosy barbs. I just got rid of a heap of rosy barbs and a couple of nice looking guppies. So I don't know, a male and a female. Honestly, they must come in on the net sometime because I got no idea where some of these bloody fish come from here. As I said, I got that much going on. I don't know if I'm Arthur or Martha some bloody times. All right, now here is a load of plecos, just common plecos. So I run a little bit of water in like that and just let it float there. A little bit of an air stone and that, and I'm going to release them in the next week or so. But that's doing fine at the moment, just like that. Righto. Next thing, I think I'll bring up a heap of mystery snails here too. We'll have a look how we're going here. Oh, look at that. Everywhere. So this is a way to do them. And then I'll drop them in the tanks. As I said, and then the fish shops normally just ring up and say, oh, how you going, Jeff? How many you got for me? And I'll bring them in, you get a couple of bucks each. Right. These are Ryukins in here. Big mama down there. Oh, pearl scales down the bottom. Now if you wonder why there's not heaps and heaps in here, I breed for profit. So I move them on. I have breeding, like half a dozen of each thing as breeding. They're my Yumbao breeders, and don't they breed well? Fantastic. About coming up to 3 years old, I reckon. Nice chunky fish. These are my Arandas. Heaps of Arandas in there. There's my favourite. Shouldn't have favourites, but I do. Tricolour Aranda and all the others. So they're in this big system. I'll give you a little talk about this system before I go. My plants. So that's where my fancy goldfish go, and my black moors and that are over there. This is much shrimp. So any shrimp that I find that I've got to cull out, I drop in there. They just get sold for $1 because I can't guarantee what they're going to throw. Righto, here we go. This is my newer shrimp rack. These are, I hope that focus well, crystal blacks. I might be able to go around the same here. Now you can see how healthy they are and all the babies and that, and as I said, I keep my TDS, Caridina, Neo Caridina, all between 300 and 400. I don't mess around with it. And these have shed their skin, the crystal reds, so I assume hopefully there'll be some babies there soon too. Orange-eyed blue tigers, these are the breeding lot from the ones that are in the holding tank down there. Might be a bit hard to see them. Oh, there's one there. Oh, there they are there. Oh, there's one. Yep, nothing in here. Want to get some blue bulk in there. Here's my golden yellows. As I said, golden yellows, they're fine. They look nice. But I honestly, if I had to buy them for myself, I'd be buying the yellow ones for $3 instead of golden yellows for $7. Personally, do myself out of some money. Orange in there. I'm really sorry about the glare. Tangerine tigers. We got red cherries. Let's see if I can stand in front of that glare. Another red cherry. Got 2 red cherries because they just breed well. And there we got the golden bee. These will be to establish more because they're a bigger tank. So what I'm going to do is the more popular, like the crystal blacks, crystal reds, I'm going to move them down into there, and probably, I want to get some red Rileys, so I might put some red Rileys in there, and some blue dream down there, I think. So that's my shrimp rack. Now we'll move back over here. That's most of the tanks and fish. We'll go back over here. Now this is basically my sump. I just put hose in there, open them, goes down into here, down there, joins up with this and goes outside of the garden. Now these big PVCs on the other side, they got pipe work that goes down through to this pipe work too. So that's how they're done. I just fill them up. So these 500 litres of water here made up, and the pump, and then basically all I do is I open the relative valve to it. Okay, and then I fill them up like that. That's how I do that. And it's easy. I mean, they're about 150 to 160 litres each. So you get the pipe work like this, tip it upside down, put a cap on it, put it in the water afterwards, take the caps off, and then it links it together. And when they drain from there, it'll just drain from there at the same time. Easy way of getting 500 litres. Right, there's the spray bars. Now, this system here I'm about to show you runs all of this here. They're run by the air sponge filters. And as you can see, I go to loop around the shed. Go to loop, and there's my pump up there. And I only use stainless steel valves. And I use the plants, as you can see, all around the place dotted. That helps with ammonia, getting all the nasties out of the water, want of a better word. Right, so you can see that's the pipe work there. Spray bar's pushed down, there's little holes in that pipe work, and then it will come up through here, along through here, through there, down there into a swell filter, through here, down at the bottom into a biofilter, down into the sump, and then back again, and all up through these and drip back down. Little valves open. This has valves on the bottom of the swell and that biofilter. Every now and then I open that valve and just let them drain out and fill it back up. Now that the heart of the operation is my bird's nest. Don't look at it if you're an electrician. This is my inverter, my batteries, and I've got 1.5 kilowatt of solar that runs all this. So if I lose power, it just keeps going. All the lights, all the air, everything, all just keeps going. All right, I could do a bigger video on that one day. I'm not an electrician though, but I did build it myself. I did have more batteries one day. They're getting a bit tired. I will have to replace them. So yes, that's inside there. We're already up to 26 minutes now. So let's go for a walk outside. Oh, the sun's come out. It's been raining today. So this is where I bring everything out to grow out. Some things live here. Platinum Medaka icefish. Three Ryukins with a little bit of swim bladder problem. I'm going to see if I can still breed with them and feed them some peas and that, but I'm a firm believer once they have swim bladder, that is it. They have swim bladder and it is over. So there's my mutt shrimp, mutt guppies, and my good colony of sunset variatus platies. Got a soft spot for those too. Now in here, must get them out and have a good look at how they're going, because there'll be some bigger ones down there, I take it. These are fancy goldfish babies. Absolutely loads in there. There's all sorts in there. This here, there's the cold water swordtails are in here. There's a load of fancy goldfish growing out in here, and one mosquito fish. Come in with somebody, bring them here one day. Now I did have shabumpkins, and I had a heap of young for myself that I was breeding up, which I lost because I accidentally left the tap on too bloody long, if you could believe it. It's another story. God. So we also run air to loop out here. I've got a 15 litre petwork pump, and normally per litre you get a drop off of it, so I got 15 drops coming out of here, and yes, it works fine. So these are just waiting for, like that's waiting for baby goldfish, they're waiting for the mops to get put in out here soon, and same here and here empty, all waiting for baby goldfish to come out in the near future. These are 500 litre tubs. Now I don't do it all the time, but every now and then what I do, there's a pump in here that goes up into the top here, and then it will filter around down through there, through the pipework under the ground, and then back up to here, and then I circulate around and around, especially in summer I do. But I cover that up because it's got a heater in there, but no heater down here. Alright, so they are the 500 litres that I got from Pets Domain, and yeah, just for they are the 100 litres. These tubs here, they're all 100 litre ones, those tubs, not the IBC. So we'll go back in here, and one last thing I can show you before I sign out. Hopefully you've all stuck with me. I'd appreciate that. Let's go in there. Let's see. Oh my God! I just brought a you can't rip it one, and I come home $42, and he's ripped it to pieces straight away. My God. So we have, oh, this is about 300 litres, it's not real deep. These are butterfly telescope. They'll probably be taken in to breed with those other ones that are in there. Couple not so good, couple I will take in, some I'll leave, and there's heaps of baby ones in there. No worries. Alright, I don't know what I'm going to do with that bloody dog, I tell you. Alright, I'll take it back in here. So, alright then. That's all I can show you today. I hope that made a few people happy. So, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Please do. It helps me out. And I'll see you next time. Alright, so I'll catch you later.